What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Come on, you guys. Well, a little market watch today. You know, the OCG Banlist just recently came out, and it impacts us here in the TCG. It impacts our singles, it impacts the way we buy for the future sets, and it impacts the way we sell for the future sets. Looking at the OCG Banlist, I'm not going to read everything off to you, but I'll tell you right now, you pretty much got fire obliterated, whether it's Tempai Dragons or the Azima builds. You got Yubel pretty much on the floor, really blasted. So, I mean, just looking at OCG, just seeing how it is. And then we compare that with our singles market. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over some of the singles that have quickly risen in value. I'm going to be going over 2 of the decks that you need to focus on. And then we're going to have a conversation about, well, with the Zima coming out next month, is it even worth buying it? Because by December, will it even be worth playing? So right off the gate, looking over at the singles, you can see over here, Zodiac Dryden actually went and got limited. There's a maximum gold. It's disgusting. There's a 2017 Megaton version. That one's like $1 or $2, but it has recently risen up a little bit in value. It's roughly around $3 for shipping. And then you look at Zodiac Dryden over here, the original print version, and it's still kind of hovering because everyone knows. I mean, it's $5 on limited first edition, $5.25. Everyone realizes that it'll be a long while probably before this card goes to 1. Then there's Masterpiece, the card that, man, has been out Maximum Crisis, and everyone's been wanting this to go off the ban list. The price forever has been about $13, evidently. And then you're going over here, look at the price. There's Italians for $17. But the TCG versions, roughly around $30 for a banned card. Then we're going to go ahead and move over, and you're going to go and look at Eva. Now, Eva went to 2, and had it went to 2 here in the TCG, I don't think it would do anything. The meta's still too aggressive, too fast for Eva.deck, Drytron Eva to really do anything. Although I will say, if we got a blast like this, currently, right now, yeah, maybe that deck would see play, but it's not going to. MX Saber Invoker also got off the ban list in the OCG. You can see it over here. It actually went to 2. And if you look over here, I mean, once again, nobody's going crazy over it. Has a secret rare Battle's Legends like Revenge, ultra rare Dual Saga, which doesn't look that bad to be honest with you. And then you look over here and it's about $3. A first version of the card will run you roughly $6. Nothing too crazy. And then you go to Lightning Storm, and the OCG Lightning Storm went to 3. Now I think this is massive, because it is one of the best side deck cards. And you can buy whatever version you want. I personally like the Starlight Rare. Starlight Rare Lightning Storm is roughly around $70, $71. But you have other versions. Obviously, you have the Pharaoh's Rare, you have the Ultra Pharaoh's Rare, you have the Secret Pharaoh's Rare, Platinum Secret Rare. I mean, you got all versions of it. The Quarter Century Secret Rares, which are currently about $30. I like the Starlight Rares. I think it's the best one, but that's on me. All right. Then we're gonna look at the OCG. Now, this is the part of the video where I want to talk about the OCG because it's really important, because people have to understand the next big best new decks is going to be Ryzeal and Malice. Those are the 2 right there. You want to talk about the best decks of the game? Ryzeal, Malice. Now, I found it very interesting. This is a recent tournament, and obviously Ryzeal dominated top 64. Snake Eye was there, but once again, according to this ban, it won't be. Tempai, according to this ban, more than likely won't be. Yubel, more than likely won't be. Ritual Beast looking pretty good still, to be honest with you. I'm just going to throw it out there, like, kind of crazy. Also, I have a Ritual Beast deck profile coming up soon on this channel. Malice isn't on here, although I will tell you right now, a lot of Malice decks did top. And moving forward, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ryzeal versus Malice in a lot of these top cut lists, what we're going to see. But let's talk about Ryzeal real quickly, because Ryzeal, right now, impacts your ban list. Right now. It's been doing it. And we've been putting this off for a while, waiting for the OCG ban list, but it's here. So let's talk about cards that you might want to consider picking up right now in preparation for Ryzeal. So, Bonfire obviously is going to be the card you're going to need. Now, in the OCG, it's semi-limited. Here in TCG, it's at 3. It just got reprinted in the 25th anniversary tins of short print. It's about $24 to $26 for a regular secret rare. The prismatic secret version, which looks really nice, to be honest with you. The collector's rare version has been coming down in value. It's about $63 and this is technically the highest rarity. Once again, Konami's gonna make a QCR of this, so don't go too crazy on Bonfire. I said it since day 1. Do not go crazy. There will be a QCR of this coming out. The deck runs double pile desires. Now, Looking over Pot Desires, which one do you get? Me personally, I always say the Ultimate Rare is the best one if there is an available Ultimate Rare. Its price has been going down, actually. So Ultimate Rare Pot Desires right now is roughly around 18 to, I mean, it's about $18, 18 and change, you know, for this card. You need 2, that's it, just get 2. You can technically get 3 if you want, but 2. You can get the Pod Collection version. I'm not crazy about this one. This one's about roughly around $9. Sure, you can get that if you want. You can get the QCR one. So the reason why I'm going over all the variants is obviously because the price varies, and it's about $10 actually, roughly the same as the Pot Collection. The reason why I want to go over all of these because people still have different variations and different values that they care about. Nobody wants to play common, but nobody also wants to play ultra rare. So that's why I'm talking about the Pot Collection, the QCR. Like, these are other good versions that you can also pick up. Now, we also have Forbidden Droplet. Forbidden Droplet is obviously playing the OCG. Ultimate Rare is still going to be the best one, and the Ultimate Rare Forbidden Droplet is going to run you roughly around $73 to $76 a copy. In the OCG, it does see a lot of play in Ryzios. This also has a bunch of other print things. Obviously, you got the Worlds of Legend. I mean, Secret Rare. Worlds of Legend, Secret Rare. YGOPaisano Duelist, Secret Rare. Prismatic Secret Rare from Pharaohs. Platinum Secret Rare from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Reprint set. The QCR version, though, is about $50. So $51 or $50 for the QCR. And for the Ultimate Rare, and this is the big difference, is $72. So for 20 bucks extra, you can get the best version, or you can get the other version for a little bit less. All right. Up next, Abyss Dweller. Now, Ryzios play a lot of 4s you can see over here, and they vary between a bunch of other 4s. So I'm gonna go over probably the most important one. It's gonna be Abyss Dweller. You need Abyss Dweller, no question about it. The QCR Abyss Dweller right now is roughly around $6 to $7. This is probably the cheapest version of the card that will not break your brain before you go into the next highest version, which is going to be Ultimate Rare Abyss Dweller. Ultimate Rare Abyss Dweller at OTS Tournament Pack 13, or 25, mind you, is roughly around $61 to $64. So this is the highest rarity, but if you don't want to spend your money on that one, that's fine. The QCR is still running you roughly around $6 to $7. Dirt cheap. I think this one's going to be going up more in value than the Ultimate Rare, even though everyone needs Ultimate Rare. All right. Then we have YGOPaisano Night. Now, there's a good chance Konami's going to reprint this as a QCR. I mean, it makes sense. The last printing of this card, besides the Battles of Legends Chapter 1 Ultra Rares, was the 2014 Megatins about a decade ago. So the highest rarity is obviously going to be Secret Rares, but if you want to get the recent release, then you'll get the regular Ultra Rares. This card originally debuted in Legacy of the Valiant. This is the original print version. Limited like $20. And if you want to get to the first of versions, it's roughly around $32. With a QCR reprint, the value of the card will drop, so keep that in mind. If there's no QCR reprint of this card coming up, then this card will probably go up higher in value, so also keep that in mind. Up next, Zeus. Dust off your Divine Arsenal Zeus. Let's dust them off, because you could actually use your Zeus again. Now, luckily, this card got a lot of reprints, and the value of this card has actually went down crazy. It's about $9 to $10 for regular Secret Rares. But if you want to get Ultimate Rare, which I'll be honest with you, I own the Starlight. This Ultimate Rare looks amazing. Like, Konami did a great job with this. It's about $25, which is a very good value for this card. Then you want to get the QCR version, which I would say, listen, you get Ultimate Rare or you get Starlight. But hey, listen, if you want to get the QCR, no big deal, roughly around $71. Now, if you want to get the highest rarity version, which is Starlight Rare, which has been going down in value, by the way, the Starlight Rare version of this card is roughly around $129. I think this is the best version. If you own a QCR, I would say, listen, either sell, keep extra money, get the Ultimate Rare, or get the Starlight Rare. It's, like, the QCR version, it's compared to those two, it's not even worth it. All right. Then we have Typhon. We talked about this a while ago. Typhon recently did get a reprint. You got a Prismatic Secret Rare reprint. So if you got your Typhons, you just need your one Typhon. That's basically it. Though I will say, looking over at QCR Typhon, $135. It's been tanking in value in the past 3 months. It was 170, near 170. Now it's $135. Still going down in value, by the way. I mean, the value is still ticking down. So we really gonna have to see what happens with Typhon. Obviously, it'll have a price where it'll stabilize, and then it'll start going up in value as YGOPaisano players realize they need this card again. It's not really needed at the moment, but it will start to be needed soon. All right, Malice. Now, I'm going to play both Ryzios and Malice. I'm looking forward to playing both of those. But Malice, holy. I'm really excited about Malice because I feel like this deck is going to be more powerful here in the TCG This guy's Dot Scraper, by the way. I literally just remembered his name, so I'm gonna go type in him right now. I have this card. I forgot all about to put him in here. Dot Scraper has a couple of printings. Common, ultra rare, which I think is not a bad buy, to be honest with you. Ultra rare Dot Scraper is a quarter, like not a bad buy whatsoever. It does have a star foil rarity, which has been rising in value. The star foil rarity card is around $5. So if you want to get a star foil, it's $5. I think ultra rare is better. I own the star foil, but I don't know. That's my personal take. But here in the TCG, I think this deck's gonna get infinitely better. I think this deck's gonna be really good, and I think a lot of players are gonna want to play Malice just because the playstyle. It's one of those things where I think the OCG a deck like Riser, which I think is still gonna be great, still gonna be tier 1. I think Malice will be up there right next to it. Looking at this though, you can see a couple of cards right off the gate that we're gonna need to pick up, and you can start picking these cards up today. Obviously, Lingaribo's one of those cards. Has a bunch of reprints, really easy to get. Another card to be Shifter. Now, obviously, some of you Yu-Gi-Oh players don't want to play Shifter, or maybe don't want to pay a lot of money for Shifter. Fair enough. But the highest rarity Shifter, for those who do want to see the highest rarity version, it's going to run you roughly around $42. Now, you don't have to get that version. You can get other ones like Platinum Secret Rare, Prismatic Ultimate Rare, Prismatic Collector's Rare. I would choose either Platinum Secret or Prismatic Ultimate. They're roughly around $4 to $5 a pop. This is the other version. If I didn't have the QCR, I would grab these, but that's an option for you guys. Next, Allure of Darkness. Now, Allure of Darkness is a tricky card because a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, for the most part, I don't know if it's going to see play or not. It's going to see play. It's gonna see play, 100 million%. I just people already started talking about whether it sees plays or not. In the OC, in the beginning, it wasn't seeing play, and now it is. A limited version of this card is roughly around $78. When you want to get to the first edition version of this card, of Allure of Darkness, you're looking roughly around $137 for a first edition Ultimate Rare version of Allure of Darkness. Now, that's a huge differential between Unlimited and first edition. Only two things normally happen if a card's wanted, which is going to be. The Ultimate Rare is going to spike up, and everyone's going to grab the Unlimited and then spike it right back up. Or, the Ultimate Rare first edition is going to shoot down, and the Unlimited is going to spike up to match it. In my opinion, I think Ultimate Rare Allure of Darkness first edition is probably the biggest sleeper right now, because in my opinion, I think it's going to spike up. Everyone's going to want it. Everyone's going to want to get the first edition. And then once first edition is out of reach, probably roughly around 200, I would say, people are going to grab the Unlimiteds because they're dirt cheap. And Unlimited Allure of Darkness still looks just as good as the first edition Allure of Darkness out of Phantom of Darkness. The only way I think Konami can really calm the value of this card down if they make a QCR, which they've basically been doing like nonstop for everything. So that is that one for Allure of Darkness. With that said, Allure of Darkness does have a bunch of other nice printings. I mean, me personally, I like the super rare printing out of Destiny Soldiers. I think that looks clean. It comes on. They have a bunch of ultra rares, and you can get ultra rare if you want to, but that super rare looks so clean out of Destiny Soldiers. But listen, at the end of the day, it's whatever you want to do with Allure of Darkness. You're just gonna need 3. It's gonna happen. You need 3. Moving on. Imperium's gonna be using both of these decks. Obviously, it's still gonna be one of the most dominant hand traps. Infinite Impermanence is probably one of the best hand traps. I mean, since day 1, everyone's been throwing in their deck. It's never like wavered. Looking over at it, it's about $85 for the QCR, which came out of the 25th anniversary Remedy collection. And then you go ahead to put the Ultra Rare, if you're for those that want to grab that one, no big deal. That'll run you roughly around $96. So the Ultra Rare and the QCR really haven't changed much in value as far as the difference. It's pretty much preference. Me personally, Ultra Rare all day long. Now, if those two are too rich for your blood, I don't blame you. But looking at Platinum Secret and Platinum Ultimate Rare, those are starting to spike up in value, anywhere from $12 to $14. Secret Imperms, they're roughly around $10. You notice why when we looked at the Megatins this year, I said, why the hell don't we have an Imperm reprint? Who cares with rarity? Nobody cares. Make an Imperm reprint, and Konami just didn't do it. This is why. Because every version of Infinite Impermanence is worth something value-wise. Every single version. That's very important to understand. The common and the Structure Deck Fire King, which you might already own, is roughly around $6 to $7. The common. That's a $10 starter deck, which had a meta deck in it, and Imperm still outshined that entire thing, by the way. Just absolutely blew it out the water. So yeah, I think Imperm is definitely due for more reprints, and Ash Blossom, because they're the 2 most used hand traps in the game. Then we got Ultimate Slayer. This is starting to see play in Malice because Malice's extra deck is so crazy. I mean, it's besides Synchro, I guess, but you have to worry about Synchro soon, I guess, in the OCG. Look at Ultimate Slayer, once again, it has a QCR, it has a Starlight Rare, and the prices have pretty much tanked in both. QCR Ultimate Slayer right now is roughly, and it's starting to go up in value, by the way. It's roughly around $20 a copy for the QCR. The Starlight, oh no, wait, hold on, that's Platinum Secret Rare, which doesn't look that bad, to be honest with you. That's about $2. Doesn't look that bad. The Starlight Rare Ultimate Slayer, which I imagine it's still going to start rising in value. The Starlight Rare is roughly around $37. So Starlight Rare is actually relatively inexpensive compared to its QCR counterpart. It's still more expensive, but the value difference normally from Starlight Rare to QCR is big, and this isn't. With that said, I wouldn't mind picking up some Ultimate Slayer Starlight Rares. I don't own the Starlight Rare, but I might start picking that card up. All right. Then we have Dimensional Fissure. So everyone's like, yeah, man, if Shifter gets banned, Malice is dead, I'm gonna go play Ryziels. Okay, we have Shifter at 3. So you can do and say whatever you want. Fissure at 3. So you can do and say whatever you want, but Ryziels still playing Fissure at 3 is still really good. I mean, not Ryziels, Malice. It's been a long morning. Now, obviously, there's a bunch of print things. It does have a Super Rare Champion Pack 8. This is like the money card. The Super Rare is roughly around $63 a copy. But if you don't want to buy $63 a copy, I don't blame you. They're still Ultra Rares. I like the Dual Saga Ultra Rares. These look really nice. I'm always a big fan of Dual Saga. They're about $4 to $5 a copy. Then it recently got a, I thought it recently got a reprint. Am I wrong? Battle Legends Monster Revenge. There it is. So we got a reprint, regular Ultra Rare, about $2 to $3 a copy. Not bad. So those are the ones I would recommend you guys pick up because in the OCG, they're siding 2 and they're playing the 2 Shifter. Now, in my opinion, I think here in TCG, we would side 3 and play 3 Shifter. If Shifter was to get hit, it would still remain at 3 because how good this card still is. Now, obviously, there's a lot of code talker cards, and you're going to have to look online to pick up all of them because there's a ton of them. There's a ton of ones that can, there are optional ones that switch in and out. But Starlight Rare Access Code Talker versus QCR Access Code Talker is what I want to talk about. QCR Access Code Talker, the QCR, is roughly around $23. The Starlight Rare Access Code Talker, where it is right here, is about $109. This is one of the few times I'm going to say this. I own the Starlight Rare, and this is the few times I'll tell you, the QCR is a damn good value. Like, this is a crazy undervalued card right now. If you take anything away from this video, this card should not be 1/5 of the Starlight Rare counterpart. It should be probably around like 2/3, roughly, in my opinion. Looking at it like this, I think that Access Code Talker Starlight Rare QCR is a good buy if you don't own any version of Access Code Talker. It's not the highest rarity, but it's still one of the highest rarities, and it still looks really nice. So yes, the OCG Banlist did happen, and yes, a lot of decks that we currently play here in the TCG got blasted. Not only that though, Azima, which we're getting next month, listen, Azima gets powered down. Already, the Snake Eye Azima deck was getting powered down due to the release of Malice as well as Ryziel. Moving forward, it's going to continue to be powered down. In my opinion, I think you need to be very careful as far as next month buying Azima, because if Azima comes out next month and you buy it, you have a short window to actually play it. The window is 2 months. 60 days, you'll be one of the best decks in the game. Right now, I would argue Yubel is the best deck in the game, and in less than a month, Yubel will get pushed aside, and it's not going to be dead, it'll still be tier 1, but Snake Eye Azima will blow it out the water easily, no question about it. Then we go into December, and that Snake Eye Azima, Yubel, oh, by the way, Tempai, you're over there too, because you're still tier 1, technically speaking, you are? Yeah, all that gets pushed aside when we have Ryziels and Malice come out. And then when we have Banlist, Konami's not going to ban Ryziel and Malice because they just came out. What are they going to banish? What are they going to hit? They're gonna hit Snake Eye, they're gonna hit Yubel, and they're probably gonna bitch that Tempo in the nuts again. And then we're gonna be looking around and going, what survived? Oh, it's the things that just recently came out? Malice and Ryziel? That's the decks. So if you can avoid it, what I'm trying to say is if you can avoid buying the new stuff next month, besides obviously the new hand trap, I would avoid buying it because to be honest with you, it's gonna be really hard to play that stuff for 2 months and then have to immediately sell it or dump it in lieu of two new archetypes that are just so much better, that are so much consistent, and you can start working on those two new archetypes today. Keep that in mind. And then, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, and comment down below. It's your boy V, and And you guys also have a great day.